Hey everybody, welcome to the podcast. This is Rtug. We're at number 18, baby.
18, we legal now, son.
We super legal.
We can go get them cigarettes and them strippers. And
we can finally tell your parents about us that we've been... Oh, you're leaving me.
Bye.
So, as I mentioned, I'm Rtug. That over there to the left of me is...
Moose.
Yeah, thanks.
Forgot your name? We're just letting you have a moment.
And that fella over there to the left of him is...
Meat.
And that fella all the way to the left of him is...
Hi.
It's Hi.
He's high now.
Welcome, Hi. You're a new
I'm Pugo.
podcast contributor. Hi.
You forgot about Impy. To the right of me and the left of Rtug is Impy Kitty.
Yeah,
Hooray, Impy Cat, star of Instagram.
Yeah, but she's not mic'd. She can't contribute meaningfully to the podcast.
She's meaningful. Look at her.
She's watching over us all.
She's a visual appeal.
She's the patron saint.
3 out of 4 people can appreciate her beauty.
That one person is a monster.
That one person is 90 miles away.
I'm a monster.
I think I had it right. So how has everybody's weeks been?
Okay.
Is that wrong? What?
No fireworks factory. We were going to introduce the theme of this week before we went to weeks.
What's the theme?
Why, of course, since it's close to Halloween, this is the Spooktacular Spookycast Supreme.
I thought it was the Sleepy Old Man cast.
It is kind of because we're
I'm sure it's the sleepy old man cast.
Well, okay, we're sleepy old men and sleepy old man cast.
Well, there's an entire theme just discarded to shit.
What if I what if I set up for the thumbnail of that image to be like a whole bunch of semi-rotting pumpkins on canes
With bathrobes.
Sure.
I'm not editing the thumbnail, so it's cool.
And lasers coming out of their
Anuses.
yeah, whatever.
In which case, that'd be too much work, and I'd be like, nah, you just need to go back in.
Laser cats.
Fail it again.
So how was everybody's week?
Yeah, Rtug, how was your week going?
Oh, we're going to the Spectacular Spookycast Supreme. Fucking great name off the cuff, by the way.
Well, what spookiness do you have for us?
I had to pay a higher premium on my insurance.
Ooh.
Guess what? Everyone did.
Oh,
Man,
the aristocrats.
You can't pull that.
That's true. I haven't done the setup for it.
Nope. So set up your week.
My week, god damn it, wasn't a week at all. I came home and did laundry one night, and I did dishes another night, and then I piled up more dishes. And then I started playing games. And then all those games got played, and then we're playing all those games.
What games, buddy?
I'm a very intelligent man.
Can you break that down a little bit?
Well, Oddysey came out, so of course I'm playing Mario Odyssey.
Throwing your hat in the ring.
With my
He's sick.
Yeah, he's a little sick in the brain this week.
Whee!
But,
Assassin's Creed Origins also came out this week.
yeah, but nobody wants to fucking play that when they've got other games.
to play.
Wes
Completely
apparently
broken game.
did, because he ordered that one. Did you order it too?
I don't have any money, but I won't play it.
Okay. It's supposed
Who
to be Dark
pre-ordered
Souls.
that?
He didn't pre-order. Well, yeah, he did.
He probably pre-ordered it.
He did. Poor guy.
I mean, like, I'm just saying, if you pre-ordered a completely broken game that you knew was going to be completely broken,
it's not
Why?
completely broken. It's got some fucked up things to it, and they did a day one patch to fix all the combat.
Not a day
delay.
one patch. That's
Yeah.
unheard of.
Fix the
but
combat.
you know it didn't
delays.
fix all the problems.
No, it's Ubisoft. It's never going to fix all the problems.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you right now, Fractured Butthole is a fairly fun game, but it's also full of bugs.
Well, yeah.
Breaking bugs?
You might want to return that then. The game
Wish I
is
could.
supposed to have less bugs.
You can if you bought it on Steam, like the PC Master Race. Woo woo!
I probably could, since I bought it on Amazon.
Nope.
Woo.
They won't take back open copies. They'll just give you the pre-owned price.
Yep. You get a trading credit.
Suck a bitch.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah, it does.
That's what happens.
Good commentary, man.
Yeah, that really sucks.
I didn't. Super Mario Galaxy looks great though.
Oh yeah, that's been really fun thus far.
Yep,
Have you
Super
jumped really
Mario
far?
Galaxy.
Like the only day that I got what? Who said what now?
I said Super Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Odyssey.
Good job, buddy.
We're up to the minute on this.
Did I
cast.
mention I do Nintendo Historia?
Oh god. I was just gonna go
You
full
are
tilt.
Mr. Gay, you've done it.
I was gonna go full tilt talking like he thought he knew what he was talking about after what he said.
I used to. Go right ahead.
It's like, yeah, oh yeah, Galaxy. I played the fuck out of that this week.
Galaxy was pretty sweet.
I love Pugo.
That game only came out 12 years ago.
Go into your quote where you said at one point that I hated Galaxy. I don't hate Galaxy. I hate Galaxy 2. Galaxy 2 was shit. It was shit garbage and it was easy to beat. Galaxy was actually really fucking fun. I beat the fuck out of that.
It makes
great.
me dizzy.
Yeah, you're so full of garbage on all accounts for that. Because I just came home one day and you're just like, hey, look at this great new game you got. I've already beaten it.
I shit all over Galaxy 2, yes, because it was that easy that I beat it in, 4 hours?
No, I'm pretty sure you and Moose were just like, let's stay up this whole weekend and play Mario. And that's exactly what you did.
That's precisely what we did.
See,
That sounds exactly like something they would do.
the only thing I remember of Super Mario Galaxy 2 was the motion control stages that I hated. Because why the fuck would you do that to me? And
Because that's the way of the future, and that's the way of the Switch, too.
yeah, but
Yeah, I guarantee you that's in Odyssey too.
But at least the
God,
Switch has
please
the
don't.
option to turn it off. You don't have to use the Joy-Cons as like waggle sticks. You can still use it as a controller, and it works just fine. I haven't had any problem with that.
no stupid gyrometer puzzle.
Not yet.
Please don't.
No.
Let them do
I
that.
guarantee you it's in there. I know it's in there.
Fuck
It
you,
was in
Pugo.
Breath of the Wild. It'll be in Odyssey somehow.
Oh god, the Breath of the Wild one killed me.
There'll probably be a gyrometer puzzle if I had to guess. Yeah.
Please no.
And they've been working on that since Gyromite.
Oh,
They really like that wave of the future. Coming at you live, 1985.
Funny fact pulled from the Nintendo Historia. They only did that to try to market it as a toy because of the failed video games market.
Yep.
Also, it has nothing to do with gyros, and it's actually called Robot Block.
Gyromite.
Nope.
Robot
Block.
block.
Gyromite.
Nope.
All right, so the rest of my week.
When you put the game in, it's Robot Block.
The rest of my week. Played Mario Galaxy last night. Played a little bit more of the Fractured Butthole.
did you play some Mario Galaxy? Did you?
I totally played some Mario Galaxy. Odyssey was really fun, though. I fired that son of a bitch up and played it for like 2 hours, then watched Stranger Things because that's been my weekend. I got one free day by which to do shit. So I'm like, how can I cram all of my shit into one night? And it ended up being playing Galaxy for 2 hours, turning that off, binge watching fucking Stranger Things 2, which I'm still halfway through the last episode, so don't spoil that shit on me.
Well,
No.
I finished it last night because
I know.
Turns out 11's the monster.
she
Shut
always
the
was.
fuck up.
I haven't finished the first season.
I don't care.
How did you know?
God damn it.
Speculate.
But again, that's been my week. One glorious night of horrible, horrible life decisions. I ordered a big old fucking pizza and 20 boneless wings, sat down on this motherfucking couch, and I didn't move for 8 hours.
Yeah, I woke up after sleeping in. He came out into the hallway and he went, "Help me! My blood pressure." Like, fuck, man, what did you do?
I hate 20 boneless wings and a large pizza.
Oh, he came close to eating all the pizza.
And most of the L8 that I'd bogarted in the
God.
fridge.
And you were just living the dream, weren't you?
For those cross-country that don't have that, L8's a ginger ale thing that we have in our state of Kentucky.
You got doxed.
Yeah. You pretty much announced exactly what state it was in when you were talking about LA.
Yeah, but people who don't know what L8 wouldn't know what state it was coming from unless they Googled it?
Apparently, it's
Thankfully, we've already told them, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they already know we're in Kentucky.
copious
not a
amounts
big
of
deal.
details to our location.
Yeah, it isn't like in spoiler alert videos they have EKU plastered all over the fucking place.
And we haven't mentioned it by name or nothing.
No.
No, haven't talked about that. There's a professor there that's also on this podcast.
Nope, never once.
His name is Nick.
I am a professor. Thank you.
No problem.
Why, he does a Wilson to you in the last podcast video when you show up. You have your face selectively blurred by a smiley face.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yep.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
a professor of trollology.
That startled me when
Yeah.
I was watching through that.
It took entirely too long to fucking edit that together. I think I spent 2 hours working on that image.
The thumbnail is
I'm
way
so
too
sorry.
good, and you don't need to.
It's
It needs to
because
go to other things.
Yeah, I put a lot of effort into making that look really, really fine.
I'm not sure why you keep doing this for the podcast. I appreciate it.
I like my baby. I don't want my baby to succeed.
I want your baby to succeed too, right, sweetie?
But that was my week. How was yours, Meat?
The weather was shit all week, so that really affected walking back and forth across the entire damn campus. So that was a grumbly day. Wasn't it Monday? It was just pissing down all day.
Yeah,
That sucked so bad. This was a long week.
it was.
I don't know what happened. I don't think I was awake any more than I usually am. But no, I'm running low on pills and I'm full of disease, so I'm kind of twitchy right now. But I finally got my Berserk game to play that hasn't worked since we fixed the new system up. So I got to do a bunch of, hey, I'm Guts. I'm gonna just slash the fuck out of everything that moves and kill hundreds of enemies at a go. Which is really satisfying, but doesn't really hold up for really long extended play. It's Dynasty Warriors, basically.
Is there a new
man.
Berserk game? Because I was only aware of the one good Berserk game on the Dreamcast.
No, it's that Berserk game that came out for PC and PlayStation
Shrub?
last year. The one that was really
It's
blocky.
Berserk and the Band of the Hawk.
It's if you follow ratings on it, it's not great. They like shit all over that game,
No, it's my jam.
but it's fun enough to where you can go around and just swap.
I've unlocked.
You do a swath of death upon a group of people, and it's fine. It satisfies that need.
It's a good beat 'em up.
There's a Dreamcast one, which is
Yeah.
pretty good, but it's in that like third person kind of hack and slash realm of like early Dreamcast, because you know how like games didn't have like that second stick or camera controls really mastered yet.
Right.
Yeah, it's in that area. It's good, but it's got like that weird problem.
Well, thankfully this one doesn't, because they've mastered the analog sticks.
Did the world stop
I
for a
think
minute?
everything just blanked out for a moment. We all stroked it at the same time.
It was really weird. Pugo was talking there for a minute. I think the Skype call dropped a little bit, so the complete dead silence in the headphones. I thought I had a stroke.
All them wings came back to roost. But basically, in Berserk and the Band of the Hawk, you're playing through the opening of the story. You do the whole thing where you kill Bazuzo and you join up with the Band of the Hawk and you do all the mercenary runs and you do the rear guard stuff. Bazuzo! And so it's fun to sit down for maybe 30 minutes and play, and then put it down when you don't feel like hacking anybody up anymore. It's not really challenging. The big challenge is collecting the Baelits. At each stage, you have to perform certain feats to get them unlocked, but in the early stages, it's pretty easy. Like, keep their HP over a certain limit and make sure you do it in this amount of time, kind of thing. And it unlocks, like, picture galleries and stuff.
Did you finish Shadow of War?
No. Still playing on Shadow of War. I can only play that for like an hour at a time now. Because Shadow of Mordor, I just sat down in my chair and just played through for like 20 hours.
Jesus Christ.
And I 66% of that game, which, when you have 2 children and a job, that's 100%.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
It's a collectathon for a lot of it, but it's collecting in the vein of like Saints Row collecting, where I'm able to like leap across rooftops and float through the air and do backflips and shit and pick up stuff when I want to.
Skills for kills, agent.
Pretty much.
Why
And it's
wanna
all
do
in the map.
that in like a Tolkien universe game. I don't understand.
Because it's fun.
I like killing orcs. It's good times.
Think of
But
it.
it's completely out of like you're just like, oh nope, suddenly there's flying dudes in this Tolkien game. No.
Okay.
Well, it's not like it's that Saints Row.
I'm not that flying. I'm doing a double jump with a backflip.
Step that back a minute. What if I were to put Peter Jackson's in front of that? Would that make it acceptable?
No, it would make it just as bad.
I'm not surfing down any Oliphants, so I don't think that's a problem.
Oh my god!
Or
And the shield down the side.
God damn it.
Jumping from
Well,
barrel
now,
to
if you'd
barrel.
said you were playing as Legolas, maybe I could have forgiven all that.
No,
I mean, you
I'm
know,
not gravity-defying, jumping up, falling blocks Legolas here.
The only point he made was that they could stand on the fucking snow, and that took it to they can ride down surfboard-style shields downstairs while shooting orcs perfectly.
Well, I mean,
Goddamn.
probably could.
Maybe?
17.
But I would also
18.
expect that all the elves would be that skilled, because Legolas is just another elf.
I guess that's why that it's like pieced out with the army. And
Well,
like
there's
the
a reason why
elves-
they weren't actually at Helm's Deep, right? There were no elves at Helm's Deep.
Yeah, there was.
Not in the movie.
No, you're right.
In the
Sorry.
book, there's no elves.
I fucked up the canon. There was definitely no elves in the book.
And the Balrog doesn't have wings, even though it looks really cool with wings.
Yeah, they didn't specifically. Well, that's books.
Yeah, but we don't need to get into books because that makes Pugo fall asleep.
Yeah.
I'm already asleep.
Well, except for when you know it's a good book, like Tolkien. But hey, whatever.
No, he still has his Crack of Doom picture somewhere, I'm sure. I always wanted that picture.
I think I might have left it at home, and then I don't know what happened to it.
Oh no, that was such a cool picture. But just playing as Talion with Celebrimbor's ghost inside you, it's a fun mechanic. I mean, it's just Assassin's Creed, basically. Like literally, you're going around assassinating orc leaders and
Look, Assassin's Creed
parkouring everywhere.
really isn't that bad of a game.
No, it's a great game. I enjoy them.
The problem is Assassin's Creed 15 is
Yes,
that
that's the
bad of a
big deal.
game.
But I mean, it's I like the lore of it. You go around collecting things that really have a meaningful impact to just fleshing out the story of Middle Earth in a way that the Silmarillion, where it puts you to sleep, kind of can't do as well. And it's just it's a fun conceit for a game. It doesn't really break the lore at all, except of course you have the Ghost Ranger riding around on a dragon. So maybe that's a little. I'm now the Witch King of Angmar, just flying through the sky. But I have a good time with it. What else have I been playing? EverQuest. Yeah, I'm playing some EverQuest because I'm just broken inside.
Where are you at on that?
Like level 38.
Fucking fuck.
My Paladin's level 11. Catching
Fuck
up
it.
to you.
Fuck, it's already caught up to my other one.
Well, we had a random druid pop in the window in the Orc Castle. Remember the throne room?
I do.
And this druid just pops up in the window, buffs our entire party with like skin-like nature and like super brambles.
The death
and
machine.
then just pieces out. And we just stand there taking hits and then just falling all around us at our feet, and we're gaining experience like mad dogs.
God damn it.
And then once it wore off, we were like, oh, I guess that's the end of it. And he pops up again and rebuffs us and then disappears like some kind of magician.
All right, freak.
And, it wasn't anybody's like out of group druid or what, nobody was like double boxing it. It was just some random dude that was just running around those zones buffing up newbies.
That's a good druid.
And I ran into another guy because it always happens when I play the lady characters. They just want to give me loot. So it's like, here, have a full set of banded. It's like, all right, I can't carry it right now because I got like 65 strength, but sure, I'll put it on.
Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
You look encumbered.
That's pretty awesome.
So I still need a magic weapon though because I want to go to Unrest, but I can't go to Unrest without a magic weapon, and I can't summon a magic weapon until 14.
Why for
Kill the undead
Is that necessary?
for ghouls and stuff. Unless something changed in the last.
I think you can hit them regardless.
I'm pretty sure magic weapons are necessary.
I don't have one, and I'm still doing fine. Like,
Huh.
I had a cracked staff.
You really need a better weapon.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
It's a necromancer. I don't need shit.
You need a dagger. Stab in the back.
Well, that's EverQuest, I guess.
That's on your necromancy.
Backstab necro.
But yeah, did I do anything else? No. Oh, yeah, that's my week. I graded papers. I got papers in on Monday and Wednesday and headed back to the students on Wednesday and Friday, which I think is a first as far as paper goes because Rtug remembers all the late nights.
That just means they were bad or good.
It was both. They were very, very good, or they just weren't. So it wasn't like I had to really sweat over like a C or a D. It was like, you didn't do the assignment. Do the assignment. Or you did the assignment. Check plus. They all turned into pass fails.
it's just now you've done it so long that you don't even have to fucking read the same story about the grandpa or the same story about the fucking time when they were kids. That flushed out the rest of their lives, or that research paper on how babies and abortion topic.
Thankfully, no abortion this semester.
Oh, okay.
Thankfully.
I don't think that's a hot button anymore.
No, what about how all Americans went to Winston Churchill in World War II?
Nothing as bad as that paper. It's a really good group of kids right now. And by kids, I mean like grown-ass adults with jobs and families. But
not yet. They'll be there.
They're there. I mean, they can be legally committed a felony and be in prison for life.
They can, but they are not adults.
Yeah, but
there's no way.
They can smoke.
You'll legitimately be able to say that, like, when you're in your 50s and 60s and still doing this shit.
Yeah, that'll be fine then.
I got a good group of kids this year.
Well,
You've
like
only
he's
got 15
50,
years on
yet
him, it's
he's
not that bad.
85. Because he's just that fucking broken.
What say you, magical dog?
But yeah, between the grading and the sudden illness that hit me on Wednesday and then running out of one of my meds, it's been a very long week. It just gets stretched out further and further. But I had a lot of fun gaming, so that was a good week for that.
But like,
to do the paper grading, did you just go through and be like, you know what? B, 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 A, C, B, 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 A, B, 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 D, D, B, whatever, and then be done.
yeah, that's fine. Meet your curve
Just crank
and
them out.
call it
Just crank
done.
out those half-assed, scores, whatever.
That's what the computer science department does. All you got to do is meet your curve and you're done.
Yeah.
But then there's that guy who goes on to sophomore year, and he still isn't getting there, right?
Brother, there are people graduating with graduate degrees that aren't getting there, right?
Aw, there.
So, hey, Pugo, how was your week?
Yeah, tell us about yourself.
Fractured butthole.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
that is terrible. You know, that happened to X-Pac while he was trying to do a Bronco Buster.
I that's what I did, pretty much. I beat that. I beat Morgan Freeman, too. Morgan Freeman.
You do kind of a serviceable Morgan Freeman.
That wasn't the worst.
Close your eyes a little bit. Get rid of that Pugo-iness.
I probably could do Morgan Freeman because he has a deep voice.
I'm closing my eyes and waiting.
I don't know.
I'm
what
imagining you
I don't know
doing
what you're
Morgan
saying.
Freeman.
I would probably be Morgan Freeman from the Shawshank Redemption more than anything.
That's the ticket, Red. You can do it.
I'd like to say that Andy put up the good fight. But he did not.
They raped him.
They raped him good.
God damn.
Nobody's going to put up
I
a
guess
roadblock
rape
for an old
podcast
crook like
now,
me.
so, hey.
Yeah, we're Rapecast now. Welcome back, everybody.
Can we add that to our first name?
So,
Super
not.
October Supreme Rapecast.
yeah, actually, I am all for that.
Happy Halloween.
That was it. Fractured butthole, huh?
I have stuff that's not related to anything here, gaming stuff, whatever.
The world did
We
freeze.
don't need to talk about that because we're supposed to go to the fireworks factory.
Oh, it's Dimus' time for his week. Because he did more than butthole.
Fireworks factory.
We can go to the fireworks factory. It's okay.
No, weeks.
We're getting your week out of the way. We haven't done that in a while, God damn it.
My week's been fine. I edited, wrote script, edited more. Realized there
Yes.
needed to be like, sorry, that silence startled me again. Realized there needed to be like 7 other things to do at once, and then I'm going to start doing that. Including a look at the Wii U. And looked up prices for a Virtual Boy to do a segment on that, and they've gone up to about $200.
That is a bad idea.
It's gone up.
That's more than I ever paid for mine.
Get a broken one. They're cheaper to get if you get broken ones.
I've not found one, and I actually kind of want to play with it because,
The
they
headache's
seem-
really not worth it.
Have you looked
I
on
already have a
eBay?
headache. I did look on eBay.
They don't give me a headache. I don't know why people get the headaches.
I got terrible headaches with mine. I can only play it for maybe 15 minutes at a time.
Probably where the adjustment was off, maybe.
Maybe, or it's because I had undiagnosed astigmatisms and they were just messing with my vision anyway. I don't
That
know.
could probably be it.
I don't know. I always get neck cramps because it's almost impossible to play the thing.
Yeah, you got to lean your head forward and like
Somehow, being
tuck the
like,
damn thing in.
I wrote that. So after I made the history of Nintendo Part 2 and then went on the details about the Virtual Boy, I wrote up a segment and posted it on the Nintendo forums about everything else. And this guy told me a story about how he tried to MacGyver a head strap onto the damn thing. Like, took it apart, put it on his head, did not fucking work because it was too heavy and too bulky. And
Yeah.
it was a big, interesting discussion. Apparently, people who have actually played the Virtual Boy are less vehement against it because they realize how good it is. It just fell into a weird place in the market where it just should not have been.
The space shooter was okay.
I'll tell you right now, I have most of the library, and there's maybe like all of about 3 games that are really good games to play on it.
Yep.
I think it's like Wario Land, Tellero Boxer, and the Jack Bros, which is an Atlas game, so of course I don't have that one.
Of course, it's like $5,000.
Yeah.
No Mario
But
Tennis?
like most of the rest are just like mediocre. Like there's not really anything special. Like Mario Tennis is just like regular tennis, but on the Virtual Boy.
Yeah. You know somebody cracked that for multiplayer? Like, you can now play multiplayer on Mario Tennis across 2 Virtual Boys if you wanted to. Somehow.
Yeah, that would be great. Except
Because they built them to have 2-player, but then the system sold so poorly that no game with 2-player ever came out.
Yep.
Okay. I was curious about that.
that matchmaking sucks. Whenever
Well, no, there's like multiplayer for like 8 in Waterworld. The greatest game ever released, Waterworld for the Virtual Boy. You can play with like 8 people at once.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. I had no idea what you were talking about. So,
Yeah,
That's good.
Waterworld.
I will say Red Alert, or is it Red Alarm?
I think it's
Red
Red
Alarm.
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 It's a wireframe kind of like Battlezone was,
Mm.
but flying a plane in all red. It's so hard to figure out. And I do remember the first time I played it, I couldn't play it at all because it's one of the first games to give you the option of 2 controllers to control like your camera and your movement at the same time, and I didn't understand it like at all.
that's confusing.
What was the space game where you could like change your depth of field and go like down below things and go up above them?
V-Force. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just a 2D shooter on a system that's supposed to do 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they went with the stereoscopic shit.
It's like, now I'm in the bottom layer, now I'm in the top layer, and that's pretty much it.
I was trying to find the name of the game. We bought this really crappy head game that was shaped like an airplane at Big Lots at one point in time when I was younger. And it was like a wire frame kind of deal where you put it around your eyes and you had to hold it there and shoot. And I couldn't remember what it was. I think it was like Stealth Bomber or some crap like that.
Stealth
Yeah.
Bomber.
It was really dumb.
I gotta say, I don't remember that at all.
I don't remember it either that much. It was like black with red trim. And that's all I remember. I don't even remember dick about the game.
You don't remember your trim?
Well, I was young.
Everybody remembers when they get the first trim.
Other than that, that's been my week. I'm going to test some live shots with the GoPro and then try to set some stuff up with the Wii U and test a segment as soon as I get done
You're
with
going to
Nintendo.
GoPro the Wii U?
I am going to release the third part history of Nintendo, get that done, finalized, and then take all the random segments, like the Virtual Boy, the Wii U release, and then make them their own thing and double up on the content, since I've already done the process of researching it.
You're expounding
see.
upon a previous idea?
Yes.
I'm intrigued.
And then I'm going to test it out to see how it does. I'm curious.
How very droll.
Draw.
Yes.
Anyways, that's been my week.
That makes one video turn into
Let's see how-
multiple videos.
Take it down in like a week.
And I would have had the Bethesda script ready.
Yeah, I've been waiting on
Someone
that.
left a comment.
I
Take
know.
it down.
Someone left a comment about my video. Fuck, I got that shit. Fuck.
Delete it.
That's the instant.
You know, the only comment I got on my fucking South Park video is, "Hey, your read's a little fucked up."
Did you miss the two more?
Yeah, there's 2 more on there.
I did not read them.
They were actually.
They were encouraging.
Hambone said this is getting really good, and Joe said, "What a good video."
Joe
Wait,
looked at the
you're
criticism.
Joe?
Yeah.
God damn it. That makes nothing. Sorry, Joe, if you're listening, that doesn't make it nothing, but it makes it less than
Well,
nothing.
we lost one.
Don't worry, she's not.
Oh, okay, that works.
It's fine.
So my disclaimer for that video was my favorite thing about that fucking video.
Yes.
Anybody who actually paused and read it, it was kind of funny.
So,
I totally watched that video.
Did you, Pugo? Because I sacrificed the time that I would have spent playing the fucking game by editing the goddamn video.
By which I mean, I just played more Fractured Butthole.
It turns out that IGN and people who get early release copies are able to make quality content in a timely fashion.
but even then, the IGN it wasn't that much better. It was so bland. the guy reading it was just like, hey guys, this is blah 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 with IGN, and in the Fractured Butthole you get to explore the dynamics of the South Park world in a really entertaining and funny fashion. It's really, Ubisoft did a really good fuck you.
It's like NPR reading for a Fractured Butthole review.
NPR would have done a better job. Their content has upped.
Sometimes.
Some crimes go stuck into
Anybody
the ground.
actually give Ubisoft credit for that? Because I don't. Like, I give all the credit to that game to the South Park guys. Like, Ubisoft just gets all the bad shit from the
I
game.
mean, the programming side's going to be a fucking...
Okay.
When it works, nobody thanks them for it.
Did the game crash on me twice? Yes.
Did you?
Did I glitch out into other things all the time? Like my costume glitch off and all this other crap? Yeah, all the time.
I think one of the lines from my review was, yeah, Ubisoft did a good job on this. So yes, I gave them credit for doing it.
Why?
Because they were the programming powerhouse behind it. They didn't know fucking Frostbite engine.
No, and that must have been a bastard to code for to begin with. There's so much ins and outs with the video game world that you only give thanks when it's like seamless.
The South Park guys did a lot of the writing, a lot of the seamless transitions, and a lot of the 3D models that they actually have in their studio, and they pushed it toward their publisher, which in this case is Ubisoft, their developer, and Ubisoft, their publisher, and told them, hey, make a good game out of this. And since Ubisoft had been working the Frostbite engine, they fucking did it. And a lot of that stanks of Ubisoftness. Like the fucking costume packs and the goddamn collectibles. And
yeah, that hurts.
it feels like you're Altair all over again, running across the city fucking looking for shit.
Stabbing orcs.
Yeah, but it's more fun when you're actually looking for actual shit, right? I mean, it is South Park.
No. Okay.
No.
No.
How much of that game's collectibles have you had in your 14 hours of playtime?
I wouldn't know how to gauge.
The Steam store has a percentage number.
I know I didn't finish the
He's not playing on Steam.
Quest.
So you have achievements by which to measure this, and usually you'll get an achievement for collecting all of X items and all of Y items. And
Oh yeah, I think I have like all of 80% of the achievements.
Okay. So you've probably got another 10 hours worth of collectibles that you can go back through and do.
I don't think so.
Sounds like such a fun time.
I literally think it's just the yaoi. So
that's kind of the point I made. So you collected all the cats, you did all the things, you got all the costumes.
it doesn't give you costumes; it gives you artifacts a lot of times.
You got all the Instagram followers.
Stronger, so
it's going to be my Christmas purchase, I'm pretty sure, when it goes on sale.
There's a lot of shit to do in that game, I guess is my point. So it's easily... It may not have been 35 hours like I initially posited, because it seemed like a fucking massive game for the first 3 hour setup. But it's definitely a 25, 30 hour game. For sure. For everything collected and everything done.
you had to crank the difficulty up too. Like you just have to.
Oh, the turn-based not at all satisfying?
Like it's so easy, especially once you get your time parts. It's just so easy.
I'm glad this is where we're at with video games right now. And this is just like a legitimate conversation. Yeah, man, the combat gets pretty easy once you can time your farts and shit, man. It's just like, done.
I'm not throwing like some Dark Souls shade or anything. I'm just saying that, you know, you can just go through a battle without any real trouble unless it's like a boss fight.
But that's not even timing your farts right is not what you think. There's literally a prompt that says hit L1, R1, and you'll stop the enemy's turn. There's no skill to that at all.
So it's not like with 10 where you just keep hitting them with the delay hit?
No.
No.
You can only use it once. You can only delay them a turn.
That's lame.
And then it has a recharge cycle.
Because I remember I had like 10 maxed out to the point where Jack didn't even get a hit in on me. In the final fight, I just delayed him continually throughout the whole thing. That seems like a fun way to break a game.
It is.
That's depressing.
I rocked that battle. I hated that game. I just wanted it over.
Why did you spend that much time?
I wanted it done. So I overpowered everybody. I was like, just kill him.
I don't think you needed to overpower him to destroy Jekt. From what I remember, he's relatively easy.
Yeah, when he can't move.
Well, yeah, that too.
No heal when necessary. Just nuke him.
I did not like 10.
No.
That's a very unpopular opinion.
What was it?
There was nothing
13.
for me to give a shit about 10. I like 9. 9 was great.
I like the music in 9.
That too.
You didn't like Hallway the game, Pugo?
It's the same as 10. Like, both those games, same game. I don't understand why people are like, oh, I hate this one. It's the same.
I don't know, man.
Wait, which ones?
10 didn't seem like a hallway. 13
10
did.
was the hallway.
And 13 had the 40-hour tutorial.
Oh yeah, 10 was better than 13 for sure. 13 was awful.
Yeah, but it had Chiboko. A big giant fro, my dream.
Yeah, I like that.
They stole my dream character.
You can like bits and pieces. Like, I like Lulu, for example.
Gross.
Don't like the rest of that game.
You don't like Waka?
Don't like Waka.
Hey, man. It's me,
Like
Jake the
Pepper.
dog.
You want to go get Blitz?
God, that is so painful, that laugh.
Glad
Like,
no
the first time I
one
played it, I couldn't believe it was in that game. And I was like, and people like this? What the heck?
I think people just kind of glossed over. Like, it was enough to just melt them to the point where they had to finish. Just wide-eyed disgust.
That happened so early on, too. Oh, my gosh.
That game was easily broken. All I had to do was charge up my Guardian summons right before each boss fight, and then like, well, what's going to happen now? Mega Flare. Mega Flare is what's going to happen right now.
Gotta make a sandwich.
I was having trouble with it, like when I got to the mountain pass where blue hair guy turns against you.
Zabari or...
Whatever the
Kimari.
fuck his name is.
Kimari.
No, not the lion, the blue haired Sephiroth guy.
Oh,
With the spiky bunny ears. or
yeah.
whatever.
Nobody remembers.
Nobody
that guy.
remembers. He's a fucking useless villain.
He's the one that has the open shirt.
Yeah.
Oh,
Seymour.
Seymour.
Yeah.
Got it.
Butts.
That did it for me.
Seymour
Just, I had to think of his
Butts.
beautiful chest and it came through. But I was having trouble with that fight. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to just break the game. So just charge up all your Guardian Forces, heal up, save the game, and just...
I remember having trouble with that fight too. That was when he went mecha. Like he had a mecha machine or something else like
Something
that
weird
in the
like that.
fucking mountains. I don't know. I never finished that game.
But again,
It's not worth it.
I know.
not liking 10 is a very unpopular opinion amongst the younger generation that didn't actually grow up when it was released.
Mm.
The people that started playing it after it was released, because everybody was like, oh man, I love 10. Oh, fucking, this is great. People who played 10 the first time through, no, don't think so much. Because they were a little weirded out by the storyline. Is he a dream or a spirit, or is he dead? Is this the future? Is this
Blitzball.
Is this bullshit?
Blitzball in
What
general.
the fuck is this Blitzball
Who doesn't
thing?
love playing Blitzball? Boy.
God, I hate Blitzball.
We all do.
Tetramaster was so much of a better forced game.
Except for Waka. He loves Blitzball.
But he sucked at it. Like the
That's his whole
I don't-
character
you know
arc.
what? I don't care.
And
You
of
should
course,
just play 12. 12 was better.
Nah.
Everyone hates 12, and I love 12.
I also
so
love
much.
12, and that's probably because we're tactics people. But you're a tactics people too.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
it's just the
What
next.
is your problem?
I don't like being a single player MMO. I don't want to manage my party like that. I don't want to put scripts on them so they're effective. I want turn-based attacks.
No,
It was so
I like it.
I don't
good,
want
though.
an
Like, I
ARPG.
just love that. You could create a programming like script for all your characters, and it just worked amazing.
Yeah, that sounds like exactly
Sometimes.
what I want to do in my free time.
This is why
Let's
you're.
program my goddamn characters for the game developers because
Okay.
they couldn't be bothered.
Okay,
It's not
hold
that
on.
bad.
Hold on.
Well, let's think about every other game where you have computer-controlled characters that just never do what you fucking want them to do.
Or it could just be like Secret of Mana, where all I have to do is hit a button twice and it pulls up a magic casting thing and it blows shit up and it's no problem.
This is why your RPG Maker games sucked.
RPG Maker game was great. You had to save the
Yeah,
kitty.
yeah. You literally defined the part that I hate the most about the Secret of Mana games. The fact that the other players just like wander around like, oh, look, I'm not even attacking. I'm just wandering around in a corner.
You have to set them to attack. It's on a little grid.
They still don't stop them from wandering around in a corner. It's like, oh, I got into a corner.
If I wanted to manage a useless AI,
You set it and forget it. It's
I
the
would-
first thing you do.
I want to program it so it'll heal me or throw up potions or revive me.
If
or,
I need healing,
That'll-
I'll hit a button
And
and go.
do exactly
cure
what
one.
you said. You have to stop playing as your character, switch over to the other, and then go back to your character.
You tap Y twice and it pulls up their magic bar. It's not switching over
Too much
complicatedly.
shit.
You
God's
said it. Program it once. You say if I get below 15% health, you cast Cure 2 on me and reflect.
and then you use this ability to proc and then mana eat your own health, and then somebody else will revive it up, and then you put on the physical barrier to prevent Flare from killing your party members.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that
can put
sounds
up
like
a
a
whole.
great time.
You can put up a whole bunch of bullshit, which is great. The more bullshit you can put up, the better it ends up playing.
Man, I love my bullshit. It's my favorite part. It's like the only reason I play tactics is to micromanage my own shit. Love it.
Huh.
It's one of the reasons
Well,
why
I played Tactics.
The way I played 12, it was just like, okay, I tank with Vaughn, and then everybody else does what they're supposed to do. It's like
Why
it's like
in God's name did you
demo.
use Vaughn?
shots fired.
Pew pew.
I made him my tank. not?
Bosch or Balvier,
I
so much
do
better.
use Bosch occasionally, but it's usually Vaughn because you're stuck with him for longer, and he's just a higher level usually.
I use the Night Lady.
The Fran?
No, that's a rabbit.
Oh, Ash?
Yeah.
Oh, lady shit.
I can't say anything. Ash is my healer. Ash was always my healer.
She's like a paladin.
She was. Balthier was my paladin. Then Bosch came out to be my DPS. Because fuck Van. Van.
Fuck that fan.
Sorry, I turned northeast.
I will admit that he's like the worst character in the entire series. Like, I just don't care about him at all.
No, he pretty much sucks all the time outside of Pinello. Pinello
Yeah,
is
and-
awful.
Usually the good part is the story of the game. He's just like almost non-existent in it too, so there's that.
Yeah, that was such a great game, and then they lowered the difficulty so badly. Like halfway through, it just shits out, and you're able to just destroy every boss you come across.
Well, that sounds great.
Did you do
wasn't.
the optional bosses? Because that is not the case.
I know, I did all the hunts.
He 100%.
Once you start making your way down to like the 5th fight with Gilgamesh, you're like, oh my god, what is going on?
The worst fucking one for me was the optional boss that you could do the summon for in the sewer. The one that did AoE poison the entire time and had like 15 different add-ons. I was not ready for that at the time. That one hurt.
I think the final fight with Gilgamesh is the one that stopped me because I couldn't get through it. Like, I could not figure out how to damage him after a certain point. So just like, I'm done. I'm absolutely done.
I can't recall. Was that the name of the final like secret hunt? The one with
No.
like 100 million HP?
I never got to that. Like, that was just too much.
Oh, then I have no idea how I beat Gilgamesh, but I did 100% of that game, secret hunts and everything. Like, everything.
Like, you get him down to like 2,000 HP or something, and then he just goes into like super defensive mode.
Blah. Yeah, but that's 12. 12's great.
Sure it is.
And they did an HD remake, so I can learn it.
And they're having a crossover event with 14 now. They got new dungeons to take you to Evalis.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, a lot of people are enjoying that. I couldn't give 5 shits.
Are you done with 14?
No, I'm just playing EverQuest right now, and I can't pay for 2 games at the moment and put in time in both of those things.
That's true.
I mean, I wish I was playing 14 right now because they're having the Halloween events and I can get like a little werewolf costume, but it's whatever.
I can't. Whoa. What? Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh, wow. What a wow.
There's apparently another expansion coming for World of Warcraft that was announced.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know what it is.
Thank you for that information.
That
was useful.
Just generalized. This is like their 7th expansion?
What the hell are they doing? Like, I thought they capped out at pandas, but then they said, Burning Legion again. Nah. Let's go to this Exodar planet or something. I don't know. Where's Illidan?
I could be
Is he awake
completely
yet?
wrong. I saw on somebody did a tips and trick World of Warcraft video that was awful.
Yeah, but where in the fuck are they going to go now?
I-
Except for the Emerald Dream.
In the past is the only thing I can think of.
Even that one in the Emerald Dream is pretty much done with the fucking nightmare taking over.
And Taurus the Burning Throne?
The Amazon synopsis mentions it takes place after the climactic events of Shadows of Argus.
So that's after they go to the planet and
Yep.
World of Warcraft Before the Storm. That's what it's called, apparently.
are we going to fight Sargeras again? What's going on?
He's the one who destroyed the Eredar world, isn't it? No, that was the Legion.
No, he corrupted the first orcs by proxy through
Yeah.
his.
Was that? That
What-
wasn't.
What was his
Yeah, it
fucking
was.
what was his fucking demon guy's name that was in Hellfire?
Malgar.
Started with an A or something. I don't remember.
I remember the fight.
Razgarar the Rarvin.
The Rarfarar.
The Rarfaron. Magtheridon.
Magtheridon. God damn
He
it.
was the one that poisoned the orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with his
okay.
blood.
Yeah.
But
Except in the new past.
if we're
where-
talking about before the storm, that might hint to before the complete destruction of the main continent that split everything up into the maelstrom in the center of the world.
Maybe?
So that would be before the
World Tree
the
Sundering?
races. No,
The world sundering.
the well,
In general.
Yeah.
the moon well.
Where the World Tree was.
No, the world tree is in Hyjal.
Yeah.
The first one.
Unless
It was
new
the
lore
corrupted-
came out from when I
It was
went.
the corrupted well that exploded.
You remember that the tree grew around the well. There's no well without a tree nearby.
Shrug.
Okay.
I
That's
read
why
it in
in
high
Hyjal-
school.
That's why in Hyjal there's still a mana font well down below it. So the original corrupted well actually had a world tree before it got completely fucking blown the fuck up.
I forgot that part, but I just remember that trolls came out of that one. The
Because
and the
trolls are
elves.
corrupted elves.
Yeah. This is how they hint at it, but they never really confirmed it.
And the Naga are corrupted elves. It's like elves are
Elves
the
are
sole
the-
responsibility for all the bad shit
They're
that's
the
going
base form for all life on Azeroth. Except for the creators that made the dwarves who turned into or the stone people.
on.
that
Titans
made the
making
dwarves.
stones
Yeah.
into people.
Yeah,
big-
that's where I just did PvP the entire time. I never went any other raiding during all the Mon years.
Then humans just came along for no reason.
Well, they came from the giants in the north. They were the perverted infant children.
Yep. For
So,
no reason.
For no reason. They were just cursed, and so they became tiny little weaklings.
'Cause the Veracruz never really did explain where they came from, just that they were there.
Yep.
And they had a bunch of weird sex with some weird things and punched out a bunch of regular-sized human people. I don't know.
Unfortunately, they got stuck on the continent with the trapped lich that
Yeah,
kept
right.
corrupting everything, so whoopsies. Sucks for you.
I guess I'll take advantage of all these dumb tall people.
You know, I really liked reading about World of Warcraft lore, but now as we're saying it, I'm kind of rolling my eyes and going, "Fuck, I like this."
I enjoy it.
Lore is really good.
I'm being flippant with it, but I mean, I had a good time with it.
If not a little bit derivative, but it's still fucking good. It's
It
fine.
ain't no Warhammer.
I'm just talking to EverQuest lore now. It's in my head.
So speaking to the...
I think we lost Pugo.
Yeah,
He's fucking.
Warcraft.
Hey, I was going to say he hung up like 10 minutes ago.
He just beast out.
We can talk about 11 lore
Why?
No.
because it was non-existent.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
There's plenty of lore for 11. You just never fucking played it.
Well, do tell, Pugo.
I don't want to. It's boring. Like, I mean, seriously, do you want me to just waste an entire 5 hours of your life with a story about Final Fantasy 11?
Well, we're in a fucking queue to get a party, so you might as well.
Because I could, but it's so hard, and I'd had to like reorganize and just like I had to like write a paper in order to even begin to talk about it. So
Get to writing.
50 monk looking for artifact gear party.
But,
We'll
like-
teleport before rolling.
yeah, you did do that, you dick.
Didn't mean to.
Like
Did it
almost got
again.
us killed. By the way, everybody had to bust their 2 hours the second time through.
Yeah, that was fun.
I thought it was really funny the other week. I was talking about the podcast. I say, "Hey, the podcast up," and me goes, "Yeah, I know. I'm listening to the part where you guys shit all over me already."
That's what we do here.
Teach me to be late.
By
Teach you to
40
be late.
minutes. Like,
I like how 90% of my parties in 11, just
90%.
remembering it, were sitting at Jeuno, 37 thief, half ninja, looking for party, please. And then get invited to Rollenberry Fields, spend the 45 minutes walking out there, getting to my fucking party.
Disband.
And then they wipe on the first one because the mage went AFK and never told anybody.
See, that's why you needed a party with me. I didn't need no damn mage.
Nope.
Nobody partied.
or they
with me.
disbanded.
I enjoyed being behind Pugo's tiny, tiny tank shield.
It's so hard to use cover when you're a little tiny paladin, though.
He was so small.
I really do wish they'd bring back that coordination for that because it was so set up on it with the thief stuff, getting hate on the tank by doing your special sneak attack, trick attack,
Mhm.
and then whoever's set up directly behind you will get that threat.
Yeah, I had
I'd
some
love
thieves do that on
positioning.
my monk.
I do have
So
a question
good.
for you though, because this is something that used to infuriate me. As a thief, were you fully equipped to go out and pull mobs?
Yes, I had a boomerang and everything.
Oh my god, I hated when you'd get a thief in a party and it's like, oh, I can't pull, I don't have any ranged.
No, that is their fucking purpose in a party outside of just DPS. It is pull and DPS. That's it. And then occasionally fuck up your trick attack and throw hate on the white mage.
Good
Like
times.
that never even bothered me. Like you could just throw your trick attack on anybody you wanted. Like when I was tanking, it's just like whatever, just give it back to me. I want that hate.
Yeah, see, I never had that. I had I'm going to just throw it on the bastard behind me who keeps trying to pull it, so I'm just going to make him have it anyways.
It wouldn't affect the world's most resilient Kalka White Mage.
Do you want to know what the best experience leveling party I ever got was?
What's that?
It was literally me, one red mage, ranger.
Rangers
It
in
was
that
like
game
all
are so fucking
rangers,
broken.
and it was fantastic.
That's because they could bullshit their own skill chain.
Oh yeah, and they were all using guns too. So this was just like ridiculous. They just needed a tank. They're like, okay, you had to stay alive for this long in each one of these fights. Once it gets like half HP, we're gonna just send it to hell.
Hopefully the red mage put haste on every one of the fucking rangers, so it's just gone.
Well, we had the red mage just gave me refresh so I could take care of myself, and he gave the entire party bar fire because I think we were fighting goblins there, and it was just hilarious because this was it was one of the expansion areas where you fought a lot of goblins, and you could all the time see people come in there, and this was before they fixed it where you could still take damage if you were on a chocobo.
Oh god, the goblin bombs.
Yeah, you would see people just like every now and then like Tarus would come by and just like get one-shotted while they're on their bird.
That was the fucking worst, trying to go and get my ninja sub job and rolling across those fields with goblins.
That's hilarious.
It was not.
That was the first expansion. It wasn't Altepa, was it? That was the name of a desert.
Oh, it was the second expansion, I think, because the first one's Zillard.
It's something is like Owl something.
It's not Treasures of Ardargon. It was
That's the one I'm thinking of because that was the one that we were sitting outside the town. And there were
Chains
like
of
Promethea.
Yeah, Change of Promethea.
that wasn't Chains of Promethea.
yeah,
That's the Chains
it
of
was.
I think that's the second one, isn't it?
That came bundled with the game in North America. When
Yeah,
it
Rising
came
of Zillard and Change of Promethea. Treasures of Outergan, Wings of the Goddess.
Ottergan is the one I'm thinking of. Is the one after.
That's the last one I played.
Yeah. That was the one with all the goblins and the bombs and shit that I remember Chocobos dying nearby as we were partying.
What the
No, that's
fuck was that?
Ardargon. That was removed.
Best
Did
interpretation
you just
of
fist a chocobo?
No, it's the chocobo dying from the explosion.
I do
It's
think
a
that's
quay.
that's the sound of a Chocobo getting fisted. He forgets that he quays.
Oh dear.
All up in that cloaca.
Oh, he's right pissed off now.
It was always fun though being the tiny tank. I walk into parties. They're like, okay, why is the healer over here? Why is it? It's like, no, I'm not the healer. I'm the tank. Why do you have more MP than the healer?
We need a group MMO. And I'm thinking Guild Wars 2, maybe.
No.
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 No, absolutely.
No.
Well, fuck me then. Everyone's it is. Sign up, boys.
No.
Sign up.
He's still got
Nope,
two
I'm
no's.
going to restart 11. Reroll 11.
Fuck yeah, I'm
Why
down.
in God's name would you do that? You'll be 45 before the end of the night.
That was just dumb, running around that group raid with skeletons, just leveling up every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm 49 right now. I haven't even rolled the character.
I wish my PC were powerful enough for those beastmen attacks to not just shut everything down when they rolled in.
Those were always fun. For me, it was StarCraft 2 and anybody who used one of the Templar would freeze my screen for 5 seconds.
Oh man, try the Beastman attacks when you're on dial-up. Holy crap.
I can't even imagine how bad that was.
He teleports across the room.
Lost him.
Or when you're camping a notorious monster or something like that. It'd spawn in, and then like 5 minutes later, his corpse would be there before he spawned for you.
Well, you guys gonna play Pantheon Rise of the Fallen when it comes out with
No.
me, maybe?
What?
I don't even know what that is, so fuck no.
The new EverQuest, basically. Or the new attempt at making EverQuest.
Yeah, buy me a copy.
I thought you said it looks shit.
It's in the pre-stage, so it can't be judged by that. I just think it's gonna be shit because of
So it's
Central
like
Games.
So it's like Aeon. So it is shit.
No, Aeon was a different story of shit. You
The
could
flying
fly.
one? Oh, the flying one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got pulled into that, and it was my I'm leaving WoW Switch or I'm leaving 11 Switch MMO.
He had that sunk car fallacy thing going into it.
I did.
No, it's really good. I
When
like
it's
it a
level
lot.
20, you can fly. You can fly permanent.
I like it a lot.
Oh god, I just like games.
Mhm.
I liked MMOs especially, but there's just no MMO out there that satisfies my bloodlust for PvP. I really need more PvP oriented stuff.
I hear World of Warcraft has announced another expansion.
I mean, Warhammer was great for that because it was world PvP. You
Except-
would raid on castles and things.
I would
Except that
want that.
Warhammer sucked.
Warhammer did not suck. It was a great game.
It sucked pretty bad.
Disciple of Cain was one of the best classes ever made for a video game.
Mm.
I stab him in the neck with my knife, fill up my chalice with their blood, and then I heal people with it.
I prefer to be
Nice.
in the Able group. I'm in the Able group. That is my chosen, religion.
That's really annoying.
Yeah,
Just
that's what
stop.
people who do that shit sound like.
Stop.
No.
Oh, speaking of religion for no reason, thank you for the segue on that one. There was a Halloween hoedown here in town the other day, and I took the babies to it
Oh my.
because they wanted to go trick-or-treating early, right? And it was like, well, there's going to be bouncy houses and shit like that. There's going to be booths set up downtown. And
No,
might
there's
as well go down there for it.
Jesus.
We went down, and I'll get to that in just a second, but there was a line starting at the gardens going all the way up Main to past almost to the library, then hooking around and going back down again, like an hour-long
Good
line.
God.
That you had to get in if you want, because people weren't just milling about. They were just standing in line to queue up to go to the booths to get candy and shit. Right? It was just the stupidest thing. So we pieced out after about half an hour because we finally found a break in the line and they were able to get some candy for their bags, whatever, feel good about themselves. And we were leaving, and there was a dude dressed as a Grim Reaper handing out stuff, and it was like, okay, whatever. And he gives them a little pamphlet or a little booklet, right? And drops it in their bag. And as we're walking by, to see someone just dropped one on the ground. It's a fucking chick tract. It was a guy handing out fucking chick tracts downtown to scare the kids straight from Halloween hell houses and shit like that. It was the stupidest
What?
thing.
What's a chick tract? I've never heard.
You never heard of a chick tract? Look up a chick tract on your phone.
Oh, okay.
It pretty,
I'll go ahead and do that.
it pretty much teaches you it's evangelical Christianity's answer to propaganda, which basically means D&D is going to cause you to kill yourself. Homosexuality is going to cause you to kill yourself.
What a great
Halloween's
thing to
gonna
hand
cause
out
you
to
to kill
freaking
yourself.
kids.
Yeah, no, it was gross.
It was probably that dude that was always on campus.
It might have been, but he was dressed up like as the Grim Reaper, and it was like, oh, he seems innocuous enough. He's just a dude dressed as a Grim Reaper. My kid was a Grim Reaper, so why not? I thought it was cute. They were like, Grim Reapers talking to each other, and then it's like, nope, he's handing out fucking chick tracts. It's that time of year for the Spookcast.
Just random thought. You had to take those down at work every now and then because they come and just like stick them up everywhere.
Yeah.
And you just gotta go, oh my god. There'll be like 5 of them down one aisle, and you just gotta throw them away.
Yep, I have to do that on campus too. They'll just post it in the "Do not post without stamp" sign.
You figure religious zealotry would take a backseat in today's modern society, but you'd be terribly wrong.
Not in the Bible Belt.
Terribly wrong.
Wow, those are
They're
those
disturbing.
are really gross.
Like that
Yeah.
like that motherfucker who got punched in the face in the middle of which they had to put up like cones and shit around him afterward to keep people away, but still he got food and shit thrown at him.
Yes.
He would look at people randomly passing in college campuses and just go, "You are going to hell. You're going to die. You stupid whore. Dumb
Whoremongers.
slut."
Oh my god, I would. Why wasn't this there when I was going to school?
It was.
It
You just weren't
was.
paying
He
attention,
just-
you fuck one.
Was it?
You got to go out to the
He's
quad.
there every year.
You mean walking across campus with Robot Rock going full track?
He was a dude sitting there by the church in the middle of the camp. Or, I'm
Church?
sorry.
Meditation chapel.
Meditation chapel. It's fucking church.
What meditation?
Cassie calls it his quiet place, and he likes to go in there.
He's sitting out there
Because you're going to hell.
either in a chair with a large sign says God hates fags, God hates this, you're going to hell. Some random Bible verse quoted on there.
Yep.
And he'll yell at people passing by, "You shouldn't fill your head with lies that this university instills in people. You should only believe in God's word."
That sounds like a great way to spend. Because I ran out of shit to do when I was on campus. I'd get there at like 6 a.m, go swimming for 2 hours, get my biology class, and then I'd have another 3-hour break.
So you want that 3-hour break to yell at an idiot?
No,
Yeah, that would have been
I
your
would
first-
stand beside him and yell compliments at everybody he yelled at. You're going to hell. No, you're probably fine. You look great.
You are a slut. Hey, give me your number.
Don't listen to that, ma'am. Your smile is like sunshine. Have a good day, sweetheart.
Like, hey, you want to sleep with me? No, you're not a slut.
That would have killed so much time on campus in between my biology and anatomy lecture later on during the night. Those were long days.
I think it was a soldier that was walking through campus that ended up punching him in the face. Because he said something about you're going to hell for all the atrocities you've committed, blah, blah, blah. He started running his mouth anyway, so he just reached over and popped him one in the face.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very deserving, but it's also at the same time as free speech kind of deal. But
yeah, but free speech doesn't protect you from the consequences of said free speech.
no, but punching him in the face doesn't solve anything either.
It makes you feel better.
It would.
Sometimes you got to deck a Nazi, man.
Well, I agree with that.
We are pro-Nazi punching here at NPC Gaming Group. Nazi punching channel. That's what it stands for.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Someone should change all of our banners immediately airing this podcast.
My
Us
God.
punching Nazis.
If we do not get Wolfenstein 2, we can be
Why?
authorities.
Nazis in that game?
You get to murder Nazis in that game.
It's Wolfenstein.
I'm pretty
man.
sure it's Wolfenstein.
There's Nazis in that game?
Man? Man?
You okay?
Is your brain all right?
No, my brain has hurt all day and I can't make any sentences.
Yay.
Yay.
Speaking of things that people love but not spooky,
My lack of
Nintendo
sense.
secretly confirmed Smash 4 for the Switch.
That was no secret.
Yeah, we knew it was coming.
Yeah.
I'm
But
only
the way
person
they
that doesn't
confirmed
care.
it was by allowing, in an update, they made it so that the Wii U Smash
GameCube controllers.
Yeah.
controller adapter works. And it's like, yeah, confirmed.
Yeah, then they came out and said, we don't
We
know
don't
why
know what
this
happened."
happened. We just kind of updated. This is a pleasant surprise.
It was a mystery to everyone.
This is for games that would want to support it. Smash Brothers.
Just really, that's it.
Why would anyone want to have the best fucking controller ever designed? Why?
It is so good.
You know, apparently reading on that, people who were GameCube adopters did, but nobody else who didn't touch a GameCube liked it for obvious reasons.
Okay.
I know that seems
I'm-
pretty fucking self-explanatory when I say it out loud, but
Thank you, Red Sign is Red Guy.
yeah, it's just surprising to me because you look at it and you're going, oh, those round corners and everything else like that, they look great. Comfortable even. But I've touched a GameCube before. And that's what
Have
makes
you?
Wow, that sounds like your first brag about your first lay.
Did it
I
What?
touch you back?
Did you forget the one truth, which is that the Wavebird is
Yes.
the best controller ever?
That's what
fucking
I'm-
I think that's what he meant.
That's what I'm alluding to when I say the best fucking controller there. And you figure that Nintendo, with all their years of designing ergonomic things, would actually do better with the Switch. But that fucking thing hurts my hand after a little bit of trying to... Like, granted, you can break it out into the two little chuck things, but that feels horribly unnatural, especially when you're trying to relax and lay down. Having, like, two little chuck bits in each hand. It's fucking weird, man.
What about the thingy where it's like the little piece of plastic that holds it, makes it look like an actual controller?
Yeah, that makes it even more uncomfortable somehow. Because there's no switch separating it, so your hands are, like, really close together.
You just have big giant man hands.
And they also just, there's pro controllers. So, I mean, you can get just like
I
a
am
Wii U
not
type
spending
pro
$80
controller.
for a fucking controller.
Yeah, you are.
Well, that's how they make their money.
I am not spending that much for that.
Yeah, you are.
Unless you're getting it for my Christmas.
Wink.
Happy Halloween.
Do you know how much shit I sold for when the Switch came out that was like that? It was a lot.
A lot.
And yeah, we pushed it too. So people were buying like pro controllers and all that stuff.
Yeah, that sounds
Like
good.
I'm telling you right now, like the average Switch purchase on release was like $600.
I don't doubt that because, again, that's
That's how
how
you buy all
Nintendo's
consoles.
making their money.
Well, every console does that. You have to buy a $50, $60 controller to go with it. You gotta
It
get 3
didn't-
games.
It didn't
like
used
a-
to be like that.
$30 PS2 memory card.
Yeah.
Be able to play anything.
Well, that was $30, not $80.
No, I mean,
You know.
yeah, but that's a difference for
And
sure.
The $30 was something that you couldn't do without. Granted, you could play the game, you couldn't save, but you never turned the PlayStation off.
Just let it burn out.
Or you could just pay $30 and get along with it.
The memory card was way better than the other options, because if you played the Saturn, they just put a battery backup in the actual unit, which had, like, very little space, and that battery just goes bad, like, bam, in a day. So you're just like, oh, time to get a new battery.
And Dreamcast had those big memory card cartridges that stuck out of the top of the controller.
VMU, man.
Those are fun.
VMUs were great. Because they were like Tamagotchis of the day with Sonic Adventure 2. And Sonic.
You can put them together and make them fight.
I still like my Pocket Station. I don't know what happened to it, though.
It was taken by the vice principal.
No, that was my Pikachu shaker.
That's a shame. Like, you want to know something really crazy?
Mm.
If you take your Pocket Station, you can actually hook it up, if you've got the, like, memory card adapter,
Yeah.
to a PS3, and it recognizes it as a Pocket Station.
Oh.
So Sony did a really thorough job programming the PlayStation then. And then thoroughly undid that job when they undid support for everything.
Oh.
I talk to people every now and then where I pick up a Pocket Station myself, and I talk about how FF8 was really easy when you had the Pocket Station. Like, what do you mean? That doesn't
like
count
you
in
get
America. You
all
can't
the
do
loot
that.
forever.
Yeah, you can. You just plug it in, and then like 3 hours, 4 hours later, you come back and get your Chocobo back, and it's just like, oh look, you have like 10 ultimate weapons here.
You have like all Quistis's items she needs to learn blue magic.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just like done.
You don't want to have to do that stupid card game to get her ultimate? Here you go. You just do it with this.
Yep.
Easy.
It was beautiful. I forgot about mine for like a couple months and came back to it, and I just had everything you'd ever need for like 3 playthroughs of the game. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it doesn't even take that long. You just got to let it sit for like maybe a day or two.
Yeah, no, he goes on a good adventure. Good little Chocobo.
Queen.
That's the spirit.
Or Scream. Big fist.
Hey, speaking of Final Fantasies that I like that everyone else seems to hate,
Mm.
I like 8.
I like 8 too.
Nope.
8 was
I
alright.
hated it first, but I like it now.
8 was alright.
If you treat it as Laguna's game, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Hate that though. I hate that so much. I don't want it to be Laguna's game.
It's Laguna's game.
I like the card game.
There's no way Squall is
Just
enticing as a
game.
main character to make it any kind of good game. At all.
Squall's useless. He's just channeling the ghost of Laguna's not dead body.
Yep.
I don't know. I feel Squall reminds me of me, so I get along.
You speak in ellipses and whatevers, and you look like the guy from Goo Goo Dolls.
And I don't generally have the same opinion that other people do. I mean, he watches someone who's terrible, is like, oh no, someone terrible died, and everybody else is like, I feel so bad. I'm just like, no, that dude's terrible. Fuck him.
Demo
At least
was
you
fun.
found your piece.
Yep.
It was fun having Quista just mow shit down on the beach with a big giant chain gun.
That's all I remember mostly about that game was the demo.
What about the apathetic angst of Cloud? He
Mhm.
reminded me of me. Meh.
Laguna had the best song anyway, too, so I mean, he wins.
No, fuck Laguna.
Nope. Well, I mean, Rain did.
That's how they had their kids. How they all met at the orphanage.
Let's not talk about the plot, because the plot just makes my brain hurt anymore.
How
I hate that the idea of the time loop creating the sorcerer idea. I like that, but they say it's not canon. Instead, they want some shitty one to be canon, and I hate that.
how creepy sorceresses were stalking fucking children at an orphanage one year.
Creepy. Man, if they would like
Well,
remake
yeah,
that and take out the Moombas. Oh god, I
Jesus
died.
Christ.
You okay? Come back to
No.
us.
The idea is that when you go into the future to go fight the sorceress in the future, like there's an alternate reality where Squall doesn't come back and he dies, and that causes a lot of the whole things like, oh, I had a dream where you didn't come back to me, and then Renoa becomes all crazy and becomes the evil sorcerer you fight in the future.
But that's not canon or true.
It makes the most sense. It would make so much more sense if that were true, but the game's
Yeah.
creator, like, no, that's not canon.
They said no, it's not. There's no way the fucking Ultimacy is goddamn Renoa. Sorry,
Yeah,
you're
but
wrong.
it makes sense.
Nope.
It flows. Like, she even has, like, the same Guardian Force that you find and create together. Like, everything fits with it.
Nope, maybe I'm a line. It's fine.
That's a great song.
But
There's a lot of
instead,
great music in that game.
the one that I hate, the theory I hate is the one where it was like, no, Squall's dead. He dies in like just one, and then the rest is just like his crazy fever dream. I hate that one so much.
I hate all theories like that. I hate every fucking theory that's like, well, maybe they suffer from a brain injury and this is all in their head. I hate stupid theories like that. I fucking hate them.
Somebody launched a theory of Super Mario Brothers 3 that it is a play and the guy went insane who was actually playing Mario. He wasn't the original Mario. He just went insane.
It's not a theory, that's a fact.
Yeah, that's the whole stage thing. It's got
Like Miyamoto confirmed. Like that's why it starts out on stage and it has all
it
that
has the
stuff. to it.
curtains
It's
and
a
everything's
plot.
in the background.
So
They're,
he
like, nailed
usurps
up
the
wall.
original Mario and then becomes him afterwards?
No, it's Mario and friends playing a stage play.
Well, no, I got that part, but he said there was an actor who was playing Mario who
No, it's Mario.
usurped Mario's position, went insane, and that's the reason he never showed back up again.
That sounds like a stupid creepypasta. Get off
Yep,
Reddit.
it does.
No.
Get off No Sleep for a minute, man.
I don't. I am
Go to Reddit boob drop.
Yep, that's worthy channel.
What?
It's boob drop.
Oh, okay.
Dropping them boobs.
Well, y'all have fun with this podcast. I think I had to.
Done, Pugo.
Yeah, I think Pooh's done for now.
All right,
Got
man.
runned off by the boob drop.
You have a good night at work.
Boobs! Ah!
There is kryptonite.
Later, man.
God, that bastard's gone.
Finally, we can talk about boob drop.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, but seriously, I hate that shit when they're like, well, what if all the other children were just fucking fantasies imagined by Angelica because she had brain damage?
Well, if the other children in the Magic School Bus were actually mentally handicapped, and that's why they rode the short bus all the time, they weren't actually going on adventures. They're just too retarded to figure out anything real happened.
No, all the kids in the Magic School Bus were imaginings of Arnold.
Not again.
Well, Miss
Arnold!
Oh,
No,
No,
that was
it's
Ralphie.
Carlos. No, it's Carlos.
Yeah, it's Carlos.
it was Carlos.
Fucking Get with it.
I'm sorry. You know,
Beep, beep, beep.
Magic School Bus Rides Again is not bad.
No, it's not. The kids have been watching it and having a good time with it. I missed the intro with Little Richard, but
I
Miranda does okay.
I am a big old kid. I've enjoyed that,
That was a good show.
unironically.
And it was nice when they had the trade-off from Tomlin.
Yep.
That was a good touch.
And she still appears
yeah, I know,
in
she's
every
still there.
episode.
It was great.
Like,
Made me
well,
happy.
Except for the part where all of them call the Magic School Bus and end up...
yeah, should not have closed down.
Man, that was a big old titty drop right there.
I was not aware it made sounds when it closed.
Yeah,
Were
how about
you
you
not?
warn
It's
me
called
before you
Skype.
do that so I can mute it on the track?
Look, man, I didn't know it made sounds when it closed. I figured it'd be like every other fucking program and not scream at me.
Like a chocobo in heat.
Right after a fresh fist.
Work, 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 work.
Yeah, except for that part at the end of fucking Magic School Bus Rides Again where they're all like, I'm gonna call the Magic School Bus. Is this the Magic School Bus? And then, like, fucking Tomlin answers.
Yeah, that's weird.
And she's on her fucking bike with her... What was that, little monkey?
I have no idea.
Is that a howler monkey? Or is that just...
I think it might
I don't know what kind of monkey that is.
I don't remember.
The screaming kind.
I wish it was... I really do wish that was the case, as they call her, and like the monkey would just start screaming at the...
It has to have a human scream too. Ah! It's just a fucking nightmare view.
Pretty all right.
Would it?
But I do like that Miss Frizzle's moved on, become Dr. Frizzle.
Yeah.
She got her doctorate.
She earned it. It only took her 20 years.
20 years in a fucking magic bus to make it happen.
Yep.
Did she invent the bus? Did she say that?
It's implied
Okay.
in the series that she does build the bus, and it becomes magic. It was one of her theses.
Theses.
Theses pieces.
What's up, Giggle Bear? You okay?
No. No, I'm not.
So what other games we're going to be playing?
Theses sounds like feces.
I'm glad he's on track. How you doing?
I don't know what's coming out. Not anymore. Everything that I've really been waiting on past Oddysey is open air. I don't know. Metroid 4 is supposed to be coming out, but not this year.
Yeah, no.
So
I was
that's
gonna,
next.
I was going to take a different swing with that and say, since it's Halloween, what was your favorite scary moment from your favorite scary game?
When I was playing Silent Hill 2 one Halloween, and I got in the elevator, and it was a Halloween quiz. That was my favorite.
That was not scary. That was cool.
Well, sorry, all right, but it's in the hospital, so everything around it is completely terrifying, and then you finally have this peaceful moment.
Okay, Buster Guy, here's your Halloween quiz this year.
Hooray! It just freaked me out, though, because I was playing it on Halloween. I didn't know if it was, like, set to go off on Halloween or what happens, but...
Yeah, that probably would have blown my mind, too. Hey, it's Halloween. You're like, how the fuck did the game know this?
Because I was getting into the Silent Hill games. I played 3 first because we found that out in the dorm, right? That guy was playing it. And then I played 1, and then I got to 2 right around Halloween time because that was the start of freshman year?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just playing, and it was like, Halloween! It's like, shit, how does it know it's Halloween? This isn't the future? What's going on? But that was my favorite happy time. But for scary times, shit, there's a lot of scary times. So many scary times. I guess the scariest thing recently has been in Soma. That fucking thing, you're not allowed to look at it.
God damn that thing.
Because if you look at it, it knows you're looking at it, and it come for you.
It does that thing that all nightmares do once nightmares become nighty.
Yeah.
And merry.
I just remember, I was towards the end of the game, before you figure out what the hell's going on still. And it was coming. And so I just curled up in a little ball over in the corner and just turned away from it. And I cringed up in a little ball in my chair and just waited for it to go away. Just waited for it to get quiet off in the distance and then bolted for it. It just started screaming and chasing me. And I ran up the stairs and made a massive leap of faith. And it was bad. It was bad, scary bad.
Spooky.
I can't imagine doing that in VR. I would just shit my pants.
It needs to come to VR so bad.
Oh my god.
After playing all the free demos on VR, oh my god, there's some good shit.
Yeah. What's your favorite spoop?
I don't play scary games.
Why not?
I just don't. I really don't.
So in a non-scary game, what's your favorite spoop?
Surely you've had a favorite spoop.
Well, I like the House of Unrest and EverQuest. All those ghouls and zombies and mummies.
This is pretty cool. I accidentally summoned my own skeleton pet and scared the shit out of me one time.
It went... and I just
You're clipping that fucking mic.
He loves a clipper.
Oh, I'm not the one who has to edit it.
Come on, you gotta have a spoop.
Pass for now, I will think.
Pass for now.
Pass for now, your spoop.
My spoop comes from a game that's not... Well, I guess it is kind of meant to be spoopy. Remember Doom 3?
Yeah, that's a spoopy game.
I didn't get spooped at all the usual spoopy parts. I spooped out real fucking early.
Yeah, you did.
And Moose makes fun of me for it because he actually witnessed it a couple of times where I'd fire the game up and I get to the point where the guy is looking kind of in the mirror and sees his face start melting and then demons pop out all over the place. That was not good to Rtug. He was very scared.
Yes.
So I'd instantly I'd be fucked if I actually played a legitimate scary game. All these things that go like, this game is tuned to respond to your psychoses and your fucking higher blood. Like, all the questions you answer will determine how scary this. I'm like, no, I don't want this tuned for my insanity shit. I get scared looking in a mirror and seeing demons pop out. I'm good.
Until Dawn's pretty scary. For like a semi-slasher flick kind of feel. Because it's a bunch of teenagers in a cabin kind of deal. But it's one of the ones that adapts to like the Rorschach tests and the psychological evaluation, stuff like that. And it'll change the scenery. Like, what are you afraid of? And that'll be the thing that pops out at you kind of thing. And as you go along in the game, too, you're being interviewed. And the room just keeps getting worse and worse. And then like made of meat and flesh curtains and shit. And there's a lot of jump scares. And when I play with my wife, because we're playing through it together, and I let her make the decisions, and I play the game because it's all about split-second decision making. But yeah, we get to a jump scare point. It's like we need to turn it off for a little while because it's bad times. It's bad times for all times.
And I had that also in Fear back before it became stupid. Because there's a point in that game where it just flips the stupid button on full.
Yeah.
And the early parts in that game when she's appearing before you like at the top of ladders and shit and like grabbing and going down, that was really fucking scary.
Or the fucking hallway turning into blood.
Yes. Yes, that hallway. I remember that hallway very well.
I didn't even play the fucking game. I was watching you do it and I went, Jesus Christ.
I turned around and I'm like, nope. Exit.
See, so you've seen spoops.
I watch him play spoop, but I don't play spoops.
So what was your scariest spoop while you're watching him play?
Honestly, the melting scene in Doom 3 was fucked up, dude. Like,
So
nobody
it's biological.
nobody expected it. Like, we just went to the bathroom, looked around, then he turned towards the mirror.
Like, again, that was the first Doom that was in 3D-ish.
Yeah.
You know, Doom 2 was kind of...
Right.
But, goddamn, no one expected that kind of horror shit. It was, like, supposed to be Martian, alien, ass-kicking game.
No, and they set the tone of that game really well. Like, the beginning, they didn't show off the demons. It was trying to just claw through the door, and you got bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
There was that one... Oh, I remember that fucking door where the head was popping through.
Yeah, like it broke
at the bottom of the stairs or something like that. You kind of go by it, and it's lightly the head pops out of the door, and it's just a normal door afterward, or it's fucking broken or something.
Yeah.
That scared the shit out of me.
Yep.
Demons underneath the stairs? You kidding me?
Crawling right out from that fucking thing.
If I could get like a high definition version of Eternal Darkness or a remake of Eternal Darkness, that game was very, very creepy and very well done, even for GameCube era.
Yeah, and it wasn't really too spoopy.
No,
The freakouts were just like, why'd you break my game?
Yeah.
Memory error, corruption. What?
Well, fuck.
My memory card.
My sanity meter.
I did love that game.
That had my tail saves on it.
I did the Resident Evil 7 in VR, and that was great.
How was that?
That thing freaks you the fuck
That's
out.
probably a good moment, because I had Wes over here, and we were both testing it. He's played the game all the way through, and we got to the scene where we are trying to get past one of the father figures after you get to the dining room.
Yeah.
And like it lets you go on your own, but he's walking around the house, and when you have the VR headset on and then the earbuds in, you can hear his feet creak across the floor, so you never know when he's coming. And
Father figure being Jack in this case.
yeah,
Jack is the fan.
you have to run to an area that has like a little locked door that you have to take off the lock on and go underneath the house. But the layout is so good because it's in the corner, and there's an open door that leads to the kitchen where the father is just patrolling and walking through the hallway. So if you turn around, you're never sure if he's there, but you can always hear his creaky footsteps just constantly. And trying to fight with the VR to get it looked down, because obviously I fucking walked away from the camera and didn't realize it, and I'm like on the fringe of the camera trying to get it to work.
Right.
And it's just making me nervous, and I can't. I need to get in there. And then the first time where you're going underneath the house, going like into the
It's the
redneck
save
house.
room. Are you?
No, I moved to a different part. In VR, there's like a room flooded, and it goes up to about neck length to shoulder length.
Oh.
And then when you're swimming through it, it's just all dark, completely underneath the house.
Yeah.
And then VR, you suddenly look down, and this corpse just pops up out of the fucking water.
Yes.
And you're just like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I was mentioning that when I played through. It's like, I'm glad I'm not doing this in VR right now, because I would have just shat my pants.
Oh, it was... I took frequent breaks when I played it in VR. I had to. I can't keep going.
Yeah, I've got to be able to look away at some point.
Yeah.
Being face level with that corpse pop probably would have freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah.
I was. And plus, I stand while playing, which is apparently something you're not supposed to do, because that's the advice I keep getting from people who play. But I love the feeling of it being in the game rather than feeling a chair around me while I like standing.
That little bit in VR, like the Jack scene is great, because when after the family dinner you break loose and he's off patrolling the house somewhere, and you're supposed to look for the key to go to the crawl space to go to the laundry room or the save room or whatever. And you can hear him, and when he super fucking busts through that wall,
Yeah.
like the first time, or like if you go to the kitchen and he busts the table, it's legitimately intimidating, and like, oh, you gotta fucking get away from. But there's no way to circle back around to that room without encountering him.
There's a silent space in the back where I hid at the far end of the hallway, ducked down, going, please don't find me. Please don't find me. Don't find me. Don't find me. Don't find me.
Similarly, like one of the early scares, you don't even have to go that far in the game for it, is when you're with your girlfriend and she just pops back up after having been axed.
Yes.
Like,
yeah, that one.
And then grabs at you. I'm like,
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So spoopy games.
Very spoop. Much game.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do not like horror games, so
Wow.
I like them in concept, but I don't like playing them.
Aw.
I will watch somebody play them.
They're my jam, as long as they're actually a good horror game and not just jump scare fests.
Yeah.
Because I can't stand, my anxiety does not allow me to do jump scares.
There's it seems to be predominantly jump scares. I've always wanted to play the Amnesia games.
Those are just dread
I've always said
and
that
run.
those kind of tickle different centers of your brain.
Yeah.
Between like jump scares. Jump scares can be just legitimate alarm at the change in volume. In fact, movie producers
Yeah, they just
have done that
blast
for
a noise.
years.
Yeah.
They just go, "Brrr."
Yep.
It doesn't even have to be a cogent noise or anything relevant to anything. It's just sudden change of volume startles you.
Yep.
Different than legitimate, it's in the corner of your eye, don't look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, like Soma.
Yeah, Soma was
Yeah,
very
Soma
much
was that fear.
in your brain kind of game. It's like just childhood fear of can't look at the monster, can't look at the monster.
7 just was atmospheric. Like
Yeah.
the events didn't scare me. It was more going to the house, crawling into the darkness, which set that tone completely well, because you don't even see anybody for a decent portion of the intro of the game.
Yeah.
Except one person just merge out of the woods and then
That was
stole you.
Jack.
Yeah. And then you get in the house and they just leave you alone. They reset it and let you just experience it. And in VR, being able to like lean your head forward and look into a pot or something else like that, or turn sideways 45 degrees. So I'm a big fan of when I pass a door, do the 45 switch with my head and look inside and be like, okay, clear, move.
Check your corners.
Yeah, check everything.
Yep.
The bad thing is that you can still run into Jack in the house. Even if you do the reset event, he's still patrolling around. Same for the mother character. I forget what her name is.
The cackling old lady?
Yeah, that's the mom. Creepy bug lady, if you played far enough into it.
No.
I did
If you
not.
haven't.
No, I got to the car.
And quit?
Yeah, I was over here playing.
Oh, you
Oh.
did the garage too? Because
Yeah.
I quit at the garage.
Yeah.
Well, my friend, we have a game for you to play for VR. We're going to slap that some bitch on your head and put you these nice headphones on.
Meds first.
It's really interesting how Resident Evil's evolved too, because the first games aren't scary. It's this horror.
It's survival horror, not horror.
The horror is like I can't get to a save point. I'm going to lose my progress.
The
right?
horror is I have no fucking bullets and there's
It's
this
gamer
thing
horror,
leaping after
right?
me.
It's not like you're worried for the character. You're worried for your game save.
Yeah.
And that's a different kind of fear than just like, oh, I need to get away from this thing. It's coming at me. Because like in the first game, the dogs, the only legitimate scare,
And that's the jump scare. That's the alarm and change of volume.
yeah,
But that music track and the dogs and what's happening, that's I'd lump that in with jump scare over legitimate psychic horror.
And then the remake, of course, it does the fake out where it just cracks the window. And you're like, oh, they're not going to do the thing. That's great. You go back through and they do the thing. It's like, Jesus Christ, no. I didn't need that because the remake was much more atmospheric and scary.
Right.
Because like the Lisa character, whatever.
Well, I think they got away from the terrible fucking actors that were in the opening to that.
Just moaning zombies that I know I can't kill that are out there. Like when they introduced like tyrants and things in the second one.
Right.
That was like, there's a presence and a menacing one that can pop through a wall at any minute. Watch yourself, especially on the replays, because you have Mr. X.
Right.
Which is just a monster. Just keeps Rtugging at you forever. You cannot get away. Scary things. It's supposed to be.
I forgot. That was a super zombie, wasn't it? Mr. X?
It was the big bald guy.
He infected himself with some weird strain of it.
I forget the story behind it.
He had all those explosions around him, as I recall.
I really want to see if they Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 7. Like, exchange out the atmosphere for 7 and do like a Resident Evil 5 for what 4 was, and do a Resident Evil 6 off of what 4 was, and just destroy the experience.
No.
You hurt my brain.
What the fuck are you...
I'm wondering if they're
saying
going to make a Resident Evil 5 or 6 equivalent based off of Resident Evil 7's formula.
All right, like, I would totally get down with playing 4 with 7's graphics, but I don't think I'd want to stain 7's legacy with 5 or 6.
No, that's what I'm saying. I want to see what they progress from here. If after Resident Evil 7, they're still trying to capture the essence of 7 and 8, except they fuck it up and it's instead Resident Evil 5 and 6. Something like that, just a worse formula, worse executed, and more cheesy.
Mr. Kennedy, playing number 8, I see.
Speaking of weird things that happen.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's right. You don't know who that is. I forgot.
Salazar. But there was a patch that just came out for I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
It's been patched?
It's been patched. Now it has cloud save functionality.
Oh. I thought it brought content for some reason.
No, it was just they patched it, and it was like all the responses were, "Holy shit, you guys are still patching your game. Good job." But speaking of spoopy games that just got an update, now you can cloud save with it and take it where you want to go.
Yeah, that's a recommended play, if not for the tribute to Geiger.
Well, yeah, I mean,
The whole game is like,
you need your Fiddle K dick fix.
yep.
It's a good game. Everybody should play it. Have you played it, Moose?
No.
Well, that's what you get to play for the channel.
No.
eBay?
I need to find it
What
on-
system is it on, or do we
PC.
own it for
PC.
something?
I own it.
Is it high
I also own
graphics
it.
intensive? Because I might.
No. No.
Okay.
It's a point-and-click action adventure game.
Okay, fair enough. I'm game. As long as it's not.
It's a puzzle game.
I like puzzles. So
With a-
this
with a
works.
It's
lot
all
of-
puzzles.
With a lot of really cool implication involved.
Yep. Have you read I Have No Mouth But I Must Scream?
No, I have not.
Go read that.
Do I have to have it done before I get done playing it?
No.
It takes place after.
Oh.
But you can totally just enjoy the game and infer a lot of those crimes that they've committed to be there.
Yep.
From the puzzles and shit in that game.
They explained it pretty well. How's your cramps going? Pretty crampy?
So crappy.
She's
Sorry.
the Krampus now.
Oh, no, not Krampus, please.
Okay. So now that we've shared our favorite Halloween spoops, what are yours? Put them in the comments below this video.
Blah.
Blah.
Remember to smash that Halloween subscribe button.
And you know what? We didn't even fucking talk about Stranger Things at all.
I don't think we need to.
I really wanted to talk about Bob Wise Gamgee.
It just came out yesterday.
I
we
know.
need to give people time.
Okay, next week will be spoiler cast on Bob Wise Gamgee.
Yeah, because we do have to talk about Bob Wise Gamgee a lot. You need to catch up.
Yeah, go watch Stranger Things and come back next week so we can talk about it.
You need to find some time between grading and your 2 children and your wife
Oh, he's
to
done.
watch a season of Stranger Things Part 1 and then all of Stranger Things Part 2.
Sounds doable.
So you can enjoy Bob Wise Gamgee discussion next week.
Alrighty. I'll put that on my to-do list.
Thank you for joining us for podcast number 18. I think that wraps up.
Spoopiest cast.
Spoopiest cast on YouTube. No, you make the fisting Chocobo sound as your outro.
That's fair enough.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.